and every one of you silly. Don't think I'm... What? What are you looking at? I told you not to look. Get away from me.
The contest is for the Indiana Powerhouse Wrestling World Championship. Introducing first, the challenger.
As we are now getting ready for our world title match. Zack Attack back in the broadcast booth here. It's the N.E.R.D against the Pitbull for the world title. And I know what you're thinking. How did the N.E.R.D get a world title match? Pitbull showed up today and he said, I want to fight. I want to defend my title. I do not care who it is against. Open contract. I want to defend my title tonight. The N.E.R.D was the first one to actually step up and say, I will fight the Pitbull. I will take the opportunity. A massive opportunity here for Nelson Edwin Robert Doolittle V, also known as the N.E.R.D. Taking on the Pitbull, Rodney Foltz, for the Indiana Powerhouse Wrestling World Championship. There you see the belt held high. This contest for the title, the Pitbull versus the N.E.R.D. IPW World Championship on the line. Pitbull, N.E.R.D. There's the bell, and we are underway for the World Championship. Pitbull is fired up. N.E.R.D is maybe a little apprehensive, realizing what he's gotten himself into as the Pitbull quickly shoves him off from that collar and elbow lockup. I feel like the N.E.R.D might be starting to realize what he's gotten himself into, signing up to take on the Pitbull in this world title contest. N.E.R.D now, collar and elbow lockup again on the Pitbull, and again, just thrown clear across the ring. He's lost the do-rag. The N.E.R.D just getting thrown around by Pitbull in this championship contest. N.E.R.D. In this championship match again, because he was the first one actually willing to step up and say, yeah, I'll fight Pitbull. You know Pitbull's in a foul mood when he shows up at the building and says, I just want to fight, I don't care who. The N.E.R.D, the one that stepped up and took the challenge. So now the Pitbull, Rodney Foltz, shoots off the rope, duck under the clothesline, and takes off the N.E.R.D's head with a lariat. And a drop kick by the Pitbull. Pitbull now. Big overhead suplex, just tossing the N.E.R.D around like he's nothing. Pitbull asking one more. Hey Pitbull, do one for me for messing with my microphone earlier. It's now Pitbull just raining down the punches on the head of the N.E.R.D. I'll make that N.E.R.D lose a couple of IQ points. Pitbull just being relentless here with the N.E.R.D. The N.E.R.D on the ropes here. He's trying to find a safe space, begging off in the corner here. Pitbull's got him trapped in the, oh no, that was a terrible idea by the N.E.R.D. He slapped Pitbull right in the face. N.E.R.D now, putting the boots to the Pitbull. He's gonna have to stay on top of the Pitbull if he wants to stand any chance now after that slap to the face. Once the Pitbull comes to, N.E.R.D is gonna be in trouble. As the N.E.R.D with the IPW crowd squarely behind him. N.E.R.D now, gyrating the hips. He's taking too much time doing that kind of stuff. N.E.R.D gyrates the hips, goes for the cover, and a kick out by the Pitbull. Pitbull is reeling after taking that shot to the face, as the N.E.R.D now showing off to the crowd. Can't be letting the Pitbull get back into this thing. N.E.R.D now rolls back into the ring. Can't believe I'm saying this. The N.E.R.D is in control of this contest. N.E.R.D now, big Russian leg sweep on the Pitbull. Cover, hooks the leg, not enough, body on body. The N.E.R.D now, setting Pitbull up, middle of the ring. Big elbow drop by the N.E.R.D. Again, blows a kiss to the camera, gyrating, taking too much time. This is the biggest opportunity of your career, man. You've got the world champion on the ropes, and you're jaw-jacking with the crowd. The N.E.R.D potentially wasting the biggest opportunity of his career here against the Pitbull. Pitbull now in trouble. N.E.R.D going for a power driver, perhaps. Pitbull blocks it. Big back body drop by the Pitbull. The N.E.R.D hurt after taking that big back body drop by Pitbull. The champion now back on his feet. N.E.R.D though, poke to the eye. Actually, I think that was a shot to the throat by the N.E.R.D. Pitbull is down, cover, 2, no. For a second, I thought we might have almost gotten a new champion there in the N.E.R.D. Could you imagine the N.E.R.D as the Indiana Powerhouse Wrestling World Champion? We may not have to imagine it. N.E.R.D is in control over Pitbull. Gyrating the hips again. Now goes off the rope, springboard, leg drop. What a maneuver by the N.E.R.D. He says it's over, that's it. New champ on the way. Count, 2. No, a kick out by Pitbull. The N.E.R.D now, showing frustration. Oh, he grabbed Justin Time's tennis racket. He's grabbed Justin Time's tennis racket. Right in front of the official. He's not gonna let that fly. Referee takes the tennis racket away. And now the N.E.R.D taking his eye off the ball. He had Pitbull down, and now Pitbull mounting the comeback on the N.E.R.D. Shots by the Pitbull, right hands. The Pitbull, a trained MMA fighter. Now here comes Pitbull, big drop kick on the N.E.R.D. The N.E.R.D now. Roll over, cover, count, no. N.E.R.D quickly. Ring awareness, grabbing the ropes to get away from the Pitbull. Now Pitbull choking out the N.E.R.D. Just choking him, utilizing the referee's count on the N.E.R.D. N.E.R.D finding himself into trouble now. Oh, and a shot to the head from just in time. I don't think the referee caught that. The N.E.R.D just took a shot to the head from Justin Time's tennis racket. The N.E.R.D now on the floor. Justin Time, I see him reeling back again. He just cracked him again. The N.E.R.D just took one to the backside from Justin Time and that tennis racket. The N.E.R.D now against the rail. Here comes the Pitbull. Pitbull with the N.E.R.D up against the rail. Duck under by the N.E.R.D, sending Pitbull into the front row. N.E.R.D throwing Pitbull into the guardrail. Again, jaw-jacking with the fans. But the N.E.R.D showing some skills in this contest, challenging for the world title against the Pitbull. N.E.R.D now with Pitbull draped across the bottom rope. What's the N.E.R.D gonna do here? More hip gyrations, blows a kiss, incoming guillotine knee drop across the bottom rope on the Pitbull. The world champion is in trouble in this title defense. As Pitbull now gets pulled into the ring by the N.E.R.D. Pitbull's gonna get the shoulder up though. Not a lot of body on body by the N.E.R.D there on the Pitbull. As now, Pitbull. What's N.E.R.D doing here? He's got Pitbull's wrist tape. N.E.R.D just took off Pitbull's wrist tape. He's choking him with it, Rev. He's choking him with it.
Come on.
Referee administering the count. That probably should have been a disqualification. Referee's discretion. Decided to give Nelson the opportunity to break it. N.E.R.D choking out Pitbull with his own wrist tape. And now trying to shove it over the mouth of the Pitbull and restrict his breathing.
Come on.
N.E.R.D.
That's for all you sickos at home. Don't you unathletic to get out of your bed, you bedridden idiots.
N.E.R.D with some choice words for the IPW fans. Pitbull struggling to get to his feet. Just in time, trying to will the Pitbull back into this thing. The N.E.R.D now. Showboating again in the middle of the ring. You've got the world champ on the ropes. N.E.R.D, massive body shot there on the Pitbull. N.E.R.D, again with the showboating. Comes flying across the ring now. Pitbull moves out of the way. Pitbull, big overhead suplex. Tosses the N.E.R.D. I think Pitbull's about to go N.E.R.D tossing. Gets ready for another one. Tosses him high overhead. The N.E.R.D flying across the ring. Pitbull signaling for one more on the N.E.R.D. And that's a three-peat for Pitbull. And now Pitbull getting ready for the big spear. The N.E.R.D is in trouble. Pitbull is set. Pitbull is ready. And the Pitbull is charging. There's the spear. The roll through by the Pitbull. Cover and a count and a 3. The Pitbull remains your Indiana Powerhouse Wrestling World Champion. A successful defense for the Pitbull. But he has a lot of people targeting him. Luke Savage has said he wants a title shot. TJ Baker has said the Mudflap Mafia wants an opportunity. So many people gunning for the Pitbull. But tonight, he is successful in his first title defense of 2025. Pitbull now saying something to the N.E.R.D. Pitbull is victorious. And now, he takes the tennis racket from just in time, lines him up. N.E.R.D is out. I think he's about to be woken up though. Oh my! Pitbull getting in one more for good measure on the N.E.R.D. Now here comes just in time to send it home. It's a home run. It's back, it's deep, it's gone. The Pitbull remains your IPW World Champion. Our main event is coming up next.